Good morning, everybody. Okay, as last Saturday, so we go through the experience of the teaching. Please, everybody, sit comfortably according to the instruction how you to be seated with the 7 features. Among the 7, your upper body always have to be keep very straight. The neck bend slightly, not too much. Slightly, you are able to see your navel, able to see your nose. Most of us, over 50, 57, 60, 67, I don't think we have more than another 30 years. For the 30 years, as old people, so we need, I think we're going to go through a lot of physical challenges. Therefore, we don't have a lot of time, or we don't have many years for practice the Dharma. Without delay, even one day, so we have to practice Dharma, very pure Dharma, to benefit yourself, to benefit others, to benefit all sentient beings. And this moment, as a very ordinary person, we don't have the ability, we don't have the power, can be benefit all sentient being, can be benefit all people, all human being, even though we don't have ability to fully benefit ourselves. In order to have the power to benefit all sentient beings, all human beings, benefit yourself, the best thing, we have to be Buddha. Becoming Buddha can be benefit yourself, can be benefit others, can be your own interest, can be interest for others. Therefore, first everybody have a strong inspiration, strong, pure vision to be Buddha, to benefit all sentient beings. In order to become Buddha, the fully enlightened state, fully enlightened being, we need to practice the path to achieve the fully enlightened state, which is the complete Buddhahood. Second, we have a strong inspiration, very stable inspiration. Practice the path, follow the path to achieve Buddhahood. In order to practice the path every day, all the time, we need someone who can accompany with us, teach us, guide us how to practice the Dharma. Therefore, we should think in this lifetime, next life, after next life, I need to rely on the Sangha. Therefore, all the Buddhas always wish to be our excellent teacher and guru. All the teachings by Buddha Shakyamuni and other Buddhas are the excellent, pure, unmistaken path to achieve liberation, your own benefit, to achieve the complete Buddhahood, to benefit all sentient beings. All the Sangha were already on the path to liberation, path to Buddhahood, are the excellent component to practice the Dharma. First, take refuge to the Guru, Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. If you have your own qualified Guru, consider the Guru is, or the Guru is, the manifestation of the Buddha. In the reality, the Guru, like His Holiness the Fourteenth Dalai Lama, is the manifestation of our Shura, manifests as a full ordained Tibetan monk, and that actually is a Buddha. Take refuge to the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha until we ourselves become a Buddha. Guru Sharanam Gacchami, Buddha Sharanam Gacchami, Dharma Sharanam Gacchami, Sangha Sharanam Gacchami, Guru Sharanam Gacchami, Buddha Sharanam Gacchami, Dharma Sharanam Gacchami, Sangha Sharanam Gacchami. So I think I'm taking refuge to the Guru and Buddha as an excellent Guru or teacher. I will take refuge to the Dharma is an excellent path to achieve liberation, to achieve the fully enlightened state. I take refuge to all the Sangha as an excellent my practice component. I take refuge to the Tibetan until I become a Buddha. Therefore, please generate wisdom, inspiration, wishing to be Buddha. So before we generate bodhicitta, everybody asks question ourselves. Is it possible me to be Buddha. Can I become a Buddha? It is possible or impossible? Ask the question. Now also you can ask, imagine you are asking this question to Buddha Shakyamuni, all the Buddhas, as our guru, our teacher. You can ask, is it possible for me to be Buddha? It is possible for me to achieve the omniscience. Yes, all the Buddhas answer your question. Yes, you can be Buddha, not only you, all human beings, not only human beings, other sentient beings also can be Buddha and achieve the omniscience. Because all the occultations, the negative thoughts, particularly ignorance, are within our mind, but our pure mind, the nature of the mind and the ignorant can be separated, can be separate. The compassion you have, the love you have, you can extend to your family, to extend to your neighbors, to extend towards all people who live in Singapore, extend the compassion, kindness, love towards all human beings on the planet. Also, you can extend the love and compassion towards all sentient beings in samsara. Therefore, your compassion can be transformed as a great compassion. Your natural mind can be pure, can be separated from the negative thoughts, particularly ignorance. Therefore, yes, the answer says yes, you can be Buddha. Then how I can be Buddha, how I can be free from suffering? The answered by Buddhas. Buddha says, you have to practice a path, a pure path, which is I teach you, I taught you, I taught the people few thousand years ago. Now you should fully believe I can be Buddha. Therefore, I need to practice the path taught by Buddha. Particularly, I need to practice the Bodhisattva path. Particularly, Bodhicitta. Grow, generates based on all immeasurables. Therefore, visualize all sentient beings, generate pure love. I wish all sentient beings be happy, achieve happiness, and cause of happiness. Please cultivate pure, great love towards all sentient beings. When you have a pure love for you, for us, all sentient beings, all human beings, we can see as a very nice human being. When you see all sentient beings, all human beings are very nice, very kind, very good person, when they have a problems or suffering, then certainly you wish all human beings free from suffering. Please generate pure compassions. Means may I wish all sentient being free from suffering and the cause of suffering. I wish all sentient being always abide in the happiness state, which is free from suffering. May I mind always in equal to all sentient beings, all human beings, neither attachment nor hatred. Please cultivate the four immeasurable step by step. Based on the four immeasurable practice, cultivate bodhicitta. Means I wish, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. From a stone inspiration, from a stone wishing to be Buddha. Only to benefit all sentient beings. You do not need to consider your own benefits. Namely, inspirational bodhicitta. You have a strong inspiration, wish to be Buddha, but you haven't really entered into the Mahayana or Bodhisattva path. You just have a strong, inspiration. Now you think, not only think I wish to be Buddha, you should think I will liberate all sentient beings free from suffering. I bring all sentient beings to the enlightened state. That means you are making a commitments, engaging bodhicitta. So how you can liberate all sentient beings free from suffering? How you can bring all sentient beings to the enlightened state? Because through my practice of 6 perfections, which to practice the 6 perfections, And number 6, generosity, ethical discipline, patience. Generally, the 6 perfection can be very suitable for all the Mahayan practitioner, particularly as a lay person, being a lay person. The first 3, practice of generosity, practice of ethical discipline, practice of patience, are more suitable for the lay person. Therefore, first you wish to practice the pure generosity, and you wish to offer all things to benefit all sentient beings, to benefit even the one single person. Therefore, every day we have to practice a non-attachment generosity. We have to practice the unconditional generosity. Always be ethical person. Anything happen, be patient, practice the path, practice the dharma. So in order to continuously practice the path, in order to have a great progress in your path, in your practice, you always need the joy effort. The 4th perfection, joy effort. When we practice Dharma, when we decide mantra chanting, we must have a good effort, the effort with a sense of joy, sense of happiness. The 5th is a perfection of concentration. The 6th is the perfection of the wisdom. Among the 6 perfections, the perfections with wisdom is the most important, like the eyes. With the eyes, we can see things very clearly, more perfectly. With our eyes, we can hear the sound, we can hear the people speaking and talking, but we cannot see the things actually. Wisdom. In order to practice the wisdom, we need to practice the first one. So the 5th one, which is the concentration. So we will start our practice, our concentration practice. First, everybody, your intention or your mind, totally mindful on your breath. You breathe normally, gently, very softly. In and stop, out and stop and pause. Breath in Slowly, you need to aware your breath more clearly. If your breath is short, you need to aware my breath is short. If your breath is long, you need to aware it's long, shallow, strong, whatever. You need to realize that it is. Then immediately or instantly or somehow your mind is wondering something else. Bring the mind back to your breath. Here, the breath is not like a stone pillar. The mindfulness is like a very strong rope. Your mind is like an elephant. In order to elephant stay there continuously, you need to tie it, the elephant with the rope to the stone pillar. Please breathe in and out. Slowly, then you will extend the duration of mindfulness for 5 minutes to 10 minutes, 20 minutes, slowly for 40 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hours. So one day when you feel, oh, my mind is very focused, very concentrated on the chosen or single object, free from the laxity and excitement, then you reach to the ninth, the mental state. Make sure your mind is, your mindfulness, the concentrated mind is free from the laxity, means you can fully, clearly see the object of meditation, whatever you use the object as meditation. Not only clearly see, your mind is always set there, no any kind of, movement, not moving from the object. After you reach to the ninth state, then you are very close to next few days or few months, you're going to achieve shamatha. How are you going to achieve shamatha? So let's say now everybody continuously concentrate on our breath. We can aware the breath very clearly. Our intention is, our mind is always sit with the breath for 1 or 2 hours. Slowly, you can feel the mental buoyancy. Mentally, you feel so bliss. The mental buoyancy can be triggered to have the physical buoyancy. Mentally, you feel very joyous. Mentally, you feel so happy. slowly your body becomes so bliss. Not only feel the pleasure, mental pleasure or physical pleasure, you feel your body becomes very light. Look like you don't have any more the physical body. You feel your body is very light. You can feel, look like you can fly. Then, after feeling the blissness or pleasure, again you fully concentrate to the chosen object. Then you achieve shamatha. Next, we will discuss about vipassana. Right now, just explain you from the beginning of the shamatha until you reach, you achieve to the shamatha. Right? First, everybody, without having any kind of agitation, without having any kind of uh, exciting. First, as a beginner, you need a object of meditation. Right? The best object of meditation can be your breath. When I ask, please you meditate on the Buddha, then first we need to create the image of the Buddha. Right? So not easy. Then first we cannot see the image of the Buddha. After we able to see, after we able to have the Buddha's image, then the image you can see someday become very big, someday become smaller. The size can be changed, color can be changed. Not easy. It takes time to use the image of the Buddha as observations. Right? Second, so before you start your meditation, you need to analyze about your emotions or your mind. Sometimes we can realize this morning I'm very angry because last night or yesterday or last month, few years ago, we have a strong argument with someone, then you remember the argument, suddenly you get angry, right? Angry. If you feel my anger is so strong, you must reduce, control your anger, reduce. How we should reduce the anger? We need to recognize whom we angry on. Right? Let's say, yes, I'm very angry with my colleague, a particular person. Then visualize the person, remember the person, think. I argue with the person few weeks ago, few years ago, maybe 100 or 40 years ago, right? There's no point angry with the person, right? Maybe the person is already died. Or the person is just enjoying his or her holiday. The person just enjoying, their life. So your angry not going to affect to the person, right? Cannot. It's affect to you. Control your anger. Remember the person. Practice compassion. Generate compassion, love, and control anger. Or in the morning before your meditation, you realize, my attachment is so strong. Again, you need to analyze. My attachment towards what? Towards my name, towards my fame, towards my friend, family, object, food, whatever attachment arises. Let's say, you didn't have a good dinner. Morning you are so hungry. Then suddenly you have a kind of sense of desire, want to eat a breakfast. At the same time, you have an attachment, attached to the food. How we should reduce the attachment to the food? Then you need to practice the essenceless. Usually use the ugliness. It's quite, a nice word, says essenceless. Attachment to the food, you just check which part of the food really I'm attaching to the color. Within the food, there's a soup, there's a beans, there's a meat, there's a vegetable, which object I'm really attaching. And reduce your attachment. Whatever negative thought is very strong, you must reduce. Otherwise, the negative thoughts can bother you while you are meditating. And after you reduce the stronger negative thoughts, then your mind is become quite calm. Then just focus on your breath. First, you can able to mindful on the breath for a short time. Then you just take a rest. Take a rest. Then again, you focus on your breath. You slowly extend the duration. Therefore, first to, I think, fifth mental state, you need a lot of effort. Teach your mind to sit there. Teach your mind to sit there. Right? Because you have a lot of excitement. The minds go, every moment going away. When you reach to the fifth state, your mind is quite, control. You control your mind to, asking sit there. Now somehow you're able to focus on the chosen object for, let's say, continuously without, break, 20 minutes. Again, you take a rest. You take a rest. Otherwise, then later you really don't know you are sleeping or you are meditating. Take a rest. Be fresh. Be fresh. Then again, you use the same object. Don't change the object meditation until you master in shamatha. After, again, you focus your breath, continuously meditate, concentrate or mindful your breath. Another 20 minutes. 20 minutes. That time, the most important you need to aware, your mind is not influenced by laxity. Clear? Laxity. Very important. I know you feel so bored, right? So I'm repeating 100 times, but it's important. Whether you feel bored, good. My responsibility to explain you. Laxity. If you don't differentiate, your mind is fully mindful, not influenced by laxity, mean your mind is there, but your mind is not, it haven't become the concentrated mind because your mind is become very lazy, lazy. Remember, I gave you the example. You are totally new nanny, right, who looking after the baby. You are totally new, and the boys or girl is so active, running everywhere, not to stay in one place for more than 1 minute, just going, running around. What you have to do first, you have to teach, you have to learn how the children can sit there, sit in the corner, sit on the bed. Teach, have to put a lot of effort in how to keep the children in one place. Right? Then somehow you're able to manage the children to keep in one place, on in your lap, or on the either on the bed. Suddenly what happened? Then the child slowly feels sleepy, going to sleep. Likewise, our mind is like that. Right? After you able to, you somehow you learn, you put a lot of effort, keep continuously, mindful of the chosen object, and you have to be very careful. That moment, your mind is fully, clearly able to see the object of meditation, like a breath. See. And then when you are really able to see your breath very clearly, just continuously focus on the breath. Remember in the painting, at the beginning, there's no rabbit. After 4 or 5 steps, you can see one rabbit, meaning laxity will come. Now let's see, we all achieve shamatha. Now we need to learn vipassana. So before I will explain, I will ask you, but you just listen why, vipassana is so important. So I read from the Lamrim, how to turn insight. Lama Tsongkhapa says, I have explained meditative serenity as the feature of non-discursiveness. When your attention is intentionally set on the single object of meditation, it stays there. One feature is non-discursiveness, no distraction. The second feature is the clarity. Second, clarity, it is free from the laxity. That means the meditative mind have to be free from laxity. The meditative mind have to be free from the discursiveness or distraction. Your mind never distract from the chosen object. The third feature, number 3, the benefit, delight and bliss. Physically, mentally, you feel so bliss, so delight. However, you should not be satisfied with just this, right? So we as a Buddhist, we should not be just happy, just achieving the shamatha, because we can meditate on the single object for a few hours. Also, we can feel physically, mentally, we are so blessed. We should not, satisfy with just this. Rather, developing the wisdom that properly determine the meaning of reality. You must cultivate insight. Means within the meditative concentration, which has three features, right? Now you slowly need to learn how to realize emptiness. Clear? How to realize emptiness. Emptiness. In rather, developing the wisdom, they properly determine the meaning of reality. The meaning of reality. You must cultivate insight. Otherwise, since mere concentration is something Buddhists have in common, even the non-Buddhists, the cultivation with non-Buddhist path will not get rid of seeds of the afflictions. Hence, it will not free you from the cyclic existence. Symbol what Lama Tsongkhapa says, symbol what Kamala Shila says in the text. After you achieve karma body, shamatha, you must realize emptiness. Clear? Without realizing emptiness, you're just happy with the shamatha. Shamatha is the common practice between Buddhist and non-Buddhist. If you only practice shamatha or karma body, you're not going to free from the cyclic existence. Cyclic existence. In this lifetime, we can see the cycle of our life. For the 24 hours, we can see we need to realize the cycle of our one day. What we do in the morning, wake up, maybe take a shower, brush your teeth, eat breakfast, or go toilet, go for whatever you do, have a lunch, drink tea, coffee, juice, green tea, whatever. Then dinner, then sleep, or toilet, wake up again. It's very boring, right? Very boring. It's a very short kind of cycle for 24 cycle for 24 hours. And between, you were just happy with wake up or breakfast, go for your daily job, have a dinner, have a lunch, have a dinner, just sleep. It's okay. But in between, we are very angry. We have anxiety. We have attachment. We have depression. We argue. We make a lot of complaint. We feel a lot of stress. Just think about how we live for 24 hours, right? For the 24 hours, we think, if I have a good breakfast, I will be happy. When you go for good breakfast, before you reach to the place between, you are having a lot of emotional problems, mental problem, no problem, emotional suffering, mental sufferings. When we reach to the breakfast place, what we do, we are looking at place. We know there's an empty, like a chair. There's a place you can sit and eat breakfast. You are still looking better place. Right? Then sometimes we can see you're waiting for the place, someone already finished breakfast. They're still chit chat, chit chat, chit chat. You are just watching the people. So before you start your good breakfast, you already face a lot of emotional suffering. Right? Then maybe before we order the breakfast, again we have a lot of confusion. What should I order? This and that. Then your friends say, order this lah. You say, no, this is better. Somehow with your long thinking for a long time, you order the breakfast. So until you are not happy. So while you are eating breakfast, also mentally you are complaining for there's no enough salt, lot of oil, the plate is not so clean, the spoon not so clean, but complaining, you are not happy. Finish your breakfast without any happiness. Right? Then again, when you pay the bill, you already ordered good breakfast, the bill must be very good. But again, you're not happy. Just think for the 24 hours, do we really, experience happiness or not? Actually, most of we are not happy at all. Even though we are, like including me, we are living one of the best, country, which is Singapore. Very safe, very clean, very convenient. We are living in one of the best country. We are not happy. If you move to next in other country, surely there's no happiness. Likewise, we think about our cycle of life within the 6 realms. There's no such happiness. So our goal is not just achieving shamatha. Our goal is not just for recitation, chanting. So what is our goal as a Buddhist, as a Mahayan Buddhist? What is your goal? You can say achieving the ultimate happiness, the real happiness, right? Real happiness. That Buddhahood is our goal, is our target to achieve. Therefore, we need to achieve the vipassana, mean we need to realize emptiness, then continuously meditate on emptiness. It is clearly, hence, it will not free you from the second existence. So we need to practice the vipassana. All the word here, I will read more few lines. After this, I come from the middle stage. After you have thus stabilized your mind on the object of meditation, you should analyze it with a wisdom. It is the dawn of knowledge, the obliterating the seeds of confusion. One of the students quoting. Yeah. So it is due to the knowledge that obliterated the seeds of confessions, mean ignorance. If you do not do this, you cannot abandon the affliction with the concentration alone, just as non-Buddhists cannot. Non-Buddhists here refer to the Hindus. Because according to the Hindu, like a religion or teaching, mostly all the Hindu teachings that the teacher can teach you how to achieve shamatha and vipassana based on the worldly phenomena, not based on emptiness. Emptiness. Now the quotation from the Buddhas, although the worldly person cultivate concentration, they do not destroy the notion of self. Notion of self. If affliction return and disturb them, as they did Udatta, is the like a Hindu. You cultivated concentration in this. The phrase, all the worldly person cultivate concentration means that worldly person cultivate a concentration with a feature such as non-discursiveness and clarity as explained above. The line, they do not destroy the notion of self, mean they, despite the cultivating the concentration, they cannot eliminate the conception of self. Affliction return and disturb them. But therefore, since today, what you have to remember as a Buddhist, particularly as a Mahayana practitioner, I need to achieve both shamatha and vipassana. Remember? And among these two, first I must achieve shamatha through the 9 mental states. Also remember the 6 forces or 6 powers. Also remember the 5 obstacles: laziness, or forgetfulness, right? And laxity, excitement, and application and applications. After I achieve shamatha, you must think, after I achieve shamatha, I must achieve, so after I achieve vipassana, shamatha, I must achieve vipassana. Right? Okay, I hope you know this one. Now next, based on our breath, how we enter into vipassana. Again, everybody sit, be seated very comfortably, physically, mentally, be relaxed. Just sit in the sitting position, be relaxed. It's a very common, for us. Certainly, some of us, physically relax, mentally relax. Suddenly, you realize my breath is so, kind of strong. My heart beat so fast, so strongly. At that time, what you should do, you breathe in, and you fully breathe in your lungs, your heart, your belly, filled with the oxygen, filled with the, air, fully filled, and fully release. Look at me. Stop. Then stop. Again, stop. So you breathe in and out for a long breath in, a long breath out, fully breath, out all your oxygen and then your heart and lungs. Suddenly you can feel very relaxed. Your mind become quite calm. Then, concentrate on your breath in and out. So when you feel your breath going in and out, then immediately, instantly, then you remember, you need to realize, oh, my breath in and out is impermanence. That means you just reflect on your breath is impermanent. Then meditate or concentrate on impermanence of your breath. And then again, you focus on your breath in and out, in and out, in and out. Within the focusing on your breath, you analyze my breath is permanent or is impermanent. You go to realize it, impermanence. Then meditate on impermanence. Impermanence. Right? Now here, we need to realize 3 things. When you think, I am meditating on my breath. Right? Practicing concentration or practicing meditation, not separate than the mindfulness. When your mind is fully mindful on your breath, meaning your mind is there. So many masters said, also Lama Tsongkhapa said, concentration or meditation is not separate. Or practicing mindfulness, so practicing concentration, practicing meditation is not separate than the mindfulness. The more you mindful, the more you are practicing concentration or meditation. Okay, three things happen right now. The meditator, which is you, right? You are meditating on your breath. You are meditator. Then the breath is object of meditation. Clear? Object of meditation. Then the mind is concentrating on the breath. That means subject, the breath is the subject. The person who meditating is a agent. Then the person, the mind, concentrate on the breath is the action. Agent, object, and actions. Clear? Three things always remain. For example, when you eat food, the action eating. When you do prostration, again, the prostrator, whom you, then the prostration is the action, then the Buddhas or Bodhisattva was the object. And when you do meditation, three things always there. Any action we act, the three things are always there. What are they? The meditator, which is you. The breath is object of meditation. The meditating is actions. Now you can see the three is totally connected each other, right? When you say I'm meditating on my breath, the breath belongs to whom? Belongs to me, my breath. Without you, there's no your breath. There's my mindfulness, my mind is fully mindful on the chosen object. Again, the mind is whom? Is your mind. When you say, I meditate on the chosen object, also the meditator, you. Now you can say object, the subject. So object, action, agent is link each other. Right? Okay, next. So let's say everybody is think, I am meditating on my breath. Quietly you can say, I am meditating on my breath. I am meditating on my breath. Okay, now everybody try to realize the meditator as you, the meditator. You try to see yourself, okay? Symbol say you try to understand you. You try to realize you, the meditator. Okay, here I ask you a question, you answer in your mind. When you are meditating on your breath, again listen, when you are meditating on your breath, is your breath you? No. Right? When you are meditating on your breath, a mindfulness, a mind is you. The answer, no. So when you are meditating on your breath, can you recognize you? A mind is not you. A breath is not you. Neither breath nor mind, neither body. So where are you? How do you exist? Through this study, through this analytical or meditation, through the analysis, then you're going to realize emptiness of the person, then emptiness of you. Again, I am meditating on my breath. Whom am I? The breath is going in and out. Is me? No. The nose is you? No. The mind is mindful on your breath. Is it you? No. Then the throat, the lungs and heart, are they you? No. Neither my breath, nor my tongue, nor my nose, nor my consciousness, nor my head. Then how you exist? Right? Now everybody open your eyes. Now you can think about, since we were born, we have been talking about what? Me, I'm right, I want to eat, I want to, I want always talk, I. Now we realize, even though we have been talking about me and mine, and me and mine, my family, my house, my car, me, I'm not happy, I'm happy, I need, I've been talking about millions of times, right? I and me. Actually, we really don't realize who we are, how we exist. Until now, what we believe ourselves is totally mistake. So I will, I think everybody can open the middle meditation stage. Actualizing spatial insight means, achieving spatial insight. So here the words say spatial insight. Insight. Tibetan we call la ha tong. Insight means see, realize. Not just see, something very differently. Means when we achieve uh, shamatha, we are just seeing the actual object, the breath, right? Breath. And just focus on the breath. But we haven't seen the impermanence of the breath. We haven't realized the emptiness of the breath, right? When we realize emptiness of the breath, it becomes spatial. It's different way of seeing. After realizing karma body, meditation on spiritual insight. Right? After realizing karma body, then meditate on the spiritual insight. Thinking as follows. All the teaching of the Buddha are perfect teachings. We really need to think, we really need to be, all the Buddha teachings are perfect teaching. And they directly or indirectly reveal the lead to the successness with the utmost clarity. What does mean? First simple is saying shamatha, so vipassana or spiritual insight can be achieved after achieve shamatha. Without shamatha, we cannot, nobody can achieve spiritual insight. Second, all the Buddha teachings are perfect teachings. But when you read all the Buddha teaching, sometimes you can see there's a contradictions. Still, we can say it's a perfect teachings. Remember the analogy. For example, when you went to see a doctor, first time the doctor said you should not take any oil food. Right? You should not take any oil food. Then you totally stop taking oily food for a few months. After a few months, the doctor asked, you should eat a lot of oily food. Right? And what do you think? Then you thought the doctor is crazy, right? What he said? Did he say, should not eat any oily food? Second time he said, you eat a lot of oily food. So as a patients, we can see his contradiction. Right? After you analyze, after you think quite a long time, then you realize, yes, when I see the doctor, I have a jaundice problem. Jaundice, right? After stop eating all the oily food, now my wind energy increase. So doctor asks you to take a lot of oily food. Both is perfect advice. Therefore, all the Buddha teachings are perfect. Not only perfect teachings, and directly or indirectly reveals and lead to the consciousness with utmost clarity. That's what he's saying here. All the Buddha teachings are perfect. Because not we are Buddhist. Okay, we should not think all the Buddha teaching perfect because I'm Buddhist. Likewise, when you, it's very strange this day, it's become very strange as a Buddhist people. When you meet, like no matter or Tibetan or Singaporean or Chinese or Thai or Burmese or European, no matter, once you meet someone, you talk with the person few times, then slowly the person teach you Dharma. No matter is a Tibetan, Nepali or Malaysian, no matter. Then slowly you establish the relation, connection between as a teacher, as a guru, as a student. It's very good. We must establish the connection, the relationship as a guru and teacher. We must. After you establish the relationship as a guru and teacher, since we become totally brown, 100% brown, is very dangerous. Since everything done by teacher, you can see everything is perfect. Perfect. Even though other people say, oh, your guru is not doing right, he or she doing a lot of bad things, you get angry. Because your mind becomes totally blunt. Your wisdom totally cross. It's no good. No good. Even though, for example, His Holiness Dalai Lama is one of the perfect guru or teachers. But in occasion, when the teacher says something to His Holiness Dalai Lama, His Holiness thought few times, he said to Guru, I don't think this is right, this is wrong. So we don't have this ability. Since you establish the relation as a guru teacher, if everything is good, it's very dangerous. Because I told you, just said, you become totally blind to see the fact, see the reality, and your wisdom totally cross. And how you can become good Buddhist? Because your wisdom is totally cross. In Buddhism, wisdom is most important when most of the perfect eyes to see things. Right? Therefore, Buddha teaching is all the Buddha teaching is perfect because we are Buddhists. No. After you analyze, you can see all the teachings are perfect. Then important one here, directly or indirectly reveals or lead to the successness. Sometimes Buddha teach emptiness directly, like Hasudara, right? No eyes, no tongue, no smell. Directly say teaching emptiness. Sometimes not directly teach emptiness, but indirectly the teaching lead you to realize emptiness. For example, most of you, went to school, even including me, went to school. The first time when we were in school, the teacher teach what? Maybe A, B, C, D, or Charlie, or the new pinyin, right? Kaka, Papa, Ma, Papa, Nala, Tata, the alphabet. A, B, C, D. Teaching A, B, C, D is not the final things, right? Have to teach A, B, C, D. Indirectly teaching A, B, C, D to where? You lead to the university or colleges. Finally, the teaching ABCD finally indirectly bring you to having the kind of good knowledge. Likewise, even though talk about four knowledge to the great compassion with each other, everything indirectly leads to the emptiness. Therefore, directly or indirectly reveal or leads to the successness with utmost clarity. If you understand successness in emptiness, you will be free of all the nets of wrong view. You will be free of all the nets of the wrong views. Just as darkness is dispelled with the light appears. All the nets of the wrong view. Right? We have a lot of misunderstanding, we have a lot of wrong view. Among the wrong views, when you realize emptiness, all the wrong views going to dispel. For example, yes, as the gross wrong view we have, we believe everything around us look like permanent, right? Permanent. For example, many of you came to TBC, last study. You have seen all the Buddha statues, you have seen the painting, and you saw me. But now you can see I'm very different. Last time I was here, now I kept here. You can see a bit different. When you look at the statue and painting, can you see it's totally changed? Cannot, right? Cannot. Actually, in reality, every moment things changing. It's changing very fast, very quickly. but we don't realize. Therefore, we have, a wrong view about impermanent as a permanent. Another simple example that usually I use, quite easy to understand. You met someone in, let's say, 20 years ago. You met someone 20 years ago. 20 years ago, 2 years ago, you met someone. You spend time with them for breakfast, lunch, dinner, going around, become a friend. Then the person meet you after 20 years, right? There's 20 years gap. Then what we say usually, so happy to see you again. We use the again. Right? We thought we met the person 20 years ago, it's the same person today. We say again, I saw you 20 years ago, I meet you today. Actually, within the 20 years, everything has totally changed. So we have a misunderstanding, misperception. Again, another simple example, right? So when you are so hungry, you have a good food, and you say, oh, I'm so happy. Yes, only conventionally we say, I'm so happy. Actually, the happiness is not real happiness. It's a suffering. Suffering of change. So we know going to relax. Therefore, as a as a foundation, if we realize emptiness of any phenomena, then the rest of the misunderstanding, wrong view, going to despair. So important to realize suchness. Cannot darkness dispel when light appears. Mere karma meditation cannot purify the pristine awareness, nor can it eliminate the darkness of obscuration. Right? Please remember this line. Mere karma meditation cannot purify the pristine awareness, nor can it eliminate the darkness of obscurations. When I meditate properly on suchness with the wisdom, pristine awareness will be purified. Only with wisdom can I realize suchness. Only with the wisdom can I effectively eradicate obscuration. Therefore, engaging in the karma meditation, I shall search for suchness with the wisdom, and I shall not remain content with the karma body. Right? Please, everybody, read this paragraph for a few times. I know you cannot really remember all the words, but you need to remember the points. Right? Okay. Then remember the shamatha and vipassana, the analogy. Remember, we need to practice both shamatha and vipassana. Do you remember the analogy, the example? Cannot remember? Okay. Remember, uh, watching the painting in the nighttime, that analogy. So you enter into a temple, in the temple and the wall, there's a lot of painting, or defeat or painting or pictures. It's a nighttime. Can you see the painting very clearly? Cannot, right? Then in order to see the painting clearly, what do you need? We need a light, not a torch, okay? We need a button, like an oil lamp, not a torch, oil lamp. Yes, you lit the oil lamp, you hold the oil lamp, then you go around the painting. Can you see the painting clearly? Can or cannot? Can see or cannot? Can see? Yeah, most of the times they see many cannot remember analogy. Because there's a wind. The wind is flicking the lamp. The lamp is there, the light is there, but there's a the wind. The wind disturbs the light spin. So we cannot see that. So in order to see the painting very clearly, you need a light, not just oil lamp. The lamp must be very bright. Very bright. You need a brightness light. Not only brightness, remember, no moving, not disturbed by the wind. Then you can see the painting very clearly. You have a bright light, mean you have a very, focusful mind. Also, you have the, clarity. Then you can see the painting clearly. So let's remember the analogy. I need an oil lamp, which is very bright, not bright enough. It is very bright, not disturbed by the wind. Then I can see the things very clearly. Means is the analogy of shamatha. Then seeing the painting is analogy of vipassana. Right? Without really, the good concentration, you're not going to realize emptiness. You need certain amount of concentrations. It's very easy to understand. For example, when you read a books, divided mind, you read a books, you're reading books, half mind is reading books, half mind is thinking for. Can you, yeah, you can still read, right? But you cannot see things very clearly. Likewise, so in order to see things very clearly, you need certain amount of mindfulness. Reading books, few lines, reading with the mindfulness, reading with the divided mind is very different. This one you can understand through your own experience. For example, when you are, like typing in your phone or your laptop, when you type with the mindfulness, it has a less mistake. Maybe no mistake at all. If you type with a divided mind, we have a surely a lot of mistakes. Therefore, we have to learn. You have to learn things must done by mindfulness. Right? Okay, so next, we're going to, so everybody has the soft copy or hard copy, please read in advance about the emptiness of the person, emptiness of the phenomena, of until page number 19, unifying methods and wisdom. Only 2 pages. Right? Please everybody read page number 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19. Read in advance. After you read few lines, you try to understand the meaning. Okay? Then move next another paragraph. Again, read few times with the mindfulness, focus reading, how to understand. If you don't understand, we keep a note. Keep a note. Okay? Otherwise, I meet, worry. Let's say I finish the class for beginner, then you will remain as a beginner. You're not going to be like a intermediate in advance. Okay. Another important, if you read all the words, not need to remember all the words, remember the points. Then when you do meditation, yes, you can do the meditation perfectly, free from laxity, free from excitement. Also you learn how to bring the mind back to the chosen object. Then slowly you can achieve shamatha, and vipassana. Achieving vipassana, first we try to learn how to achieve vipassana based on impermanence, which I taught you. Focus on your breath in and out. And within the mindfulness, you need to learn the breath is impermanent. Then you are free from one of the wrong view. Again, then slowly you need to learn how the meditator as you exists. Neither your breath, nor your body, nor your nose, nor your consciousness, then who you are, where are you? It's very strange for us because we have been talking about me and mine and me and mine, how many years? 70 years, 60 years. When you reflect about you, we're not going to understand who we are, how we exist, right? If we don't realize ourselves, then we're not going to realize emptiness of the self, emptiness of the person, and emptiness of the phenomena. If we're not going to realize emptiness of the phenomena, emptiness of person, then there's no hope. We can think about achieving liberation. It just becomes words, right? Okay, so next, please everybody come with reading these 3 pages. How to understand emptiness of the person, emptiness of the phenomena, particularly emptiness of the mind. Okay, so thank you so much for attending the class. At the end, we do dedications. So when we do dedication, sometimes we need to see, the urgent one. As an ordinary person, we cannot change the whole world. We don't have the ability to change other, but so we have the best kind of things to control other through dedications. And this moment, now, the economic looks is very serious all over the world. I said beginning of the 2025, I said 2025 cannot be easier. I told you we could face a lot of economic problems. So now we can see, how the world look like. Therefore, all our merit today we accumulate. First, we dedicate for the world peace, particularly peace, for all the leaders who lead the countries. Second, we dedicate all the merit to able to practice the path, to be able to practice the Mahayan path, particularly to be able to realize emptiness or free us, free all sentient being from suffering, the cause of suffering. Last, we dedicate the merit to benefit all sentient beings, also include those people who always make a contribution for Tibetan Buddhist Center, to sustain the center, and dedicate the merit to live long with all the lineage gurus, particularly His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama. Jede yambe yaman tanje mende chune zasera zade maru moge gupa gunje tsirin neme deye demba chanjo senjo rinpoche maye bana kegyo je gyawa nyamba me one wondo pevare shu chamba pavi chirtara kem undo zambo deyang dijinde deda gunye jesu dal Yawa Nita Tanjara, Yusuma Shebe, Yawa Tanjara, Mova Kanga Chodo Mabo, Lagi Give Sawa Dip, Zambo Cheche Rabu. Okay.
Inform them about the Wednesday class.
Okay, once again.